Hi guys, it's Shaheen from CK My Way, and since Eid is right around the corner, my friend Mavish and I have decided to do a collab on Eid traditions in our family. I will put a link in the description box below to Mavish's video on her favorite recipes and family traditions, so please check it out. Our Eid prayers are held at a skating rink. So once Eid prayers are over, all the prayer mats are rolled up and the kids get to enjoy a couple of hours of roller skating or rollerblading with their friends. Then we head on over to my parents' house and do family pictures. I also love to do henna or mehndi on my nieces. Finally, after a month of fasting, we always like to enjoy a big feast. There is always a great variety of foods on Eid. Speaking of food, I'd like to share with you two recipes that you might want to make on Eid. The first one is Crockpot French Vanilla Keed. Here are the ingredients you will need. The sweetened condensed milk is optional, and if you didn't want to use that, you could also use a can of cream. So you want to turn your crockpot onto high and add the milk. Add in rice that's been rinsed and drained, sugar to taste, some cardamom pods or cardamom powder, and an entire packet of the pudding in the flavor of your choice. I used French vanilla this time. Stir or whisk everything to make sure that there are no lumps. This recipe is originally from my friend Munazzah, but I have made a lot of changes, and one of the changes includes reducing the butter from 2 sticks just to about 6 or 7 tablespoons. Now you'll want to cover the crock pot and cook for about an hour. After an hour, just give it a little stir and then cover it and cook again for a couple of hours. If your lid starts to make funny noises and move around like this, don't worry, just wipe it down and watch it for a little while. Depending on what rice you used and how often you stir, you might start to see some clumps of rice. Again, don't worry, just use a couple of spoons and break down all the clumps that you can see. In the end, they will all dissolve, hopefully. In the last hour of cooking, if you want a really creamy texture, you can add condensed milk or cream. Here is what my kheer looks like after 6 hours of cooking. Rich and creamy, just like I like it. I like these little teacups to serve the kheer in. So what you'll do is let your kheer cool. For the video, I hadn't let it cool yet. Just let it cool and then transfer to the containers that you'd like to serve it in. You can garnish with some chopped nuts if you please. You can even mix some in if you like. Thick and creamy kheer is ready. You can share it with family and friends, and hopefully they will really love it. Let's move on to our next recipe for Eid, which are Seekh Kebabs with a special rolling method. Here are some of the ingredients that you will need. I will put the exact measurements in the description box below. I also used breadcrumbs. You will need about a half a cup, but sometimes you might need more if your meat mixture is really wet. Just stir to combine everything really well and then see if the consistency is good enough to roll kebabs. The consistency for me was still really loose, so I did add some besan, which is gram flour, and then the rest of the breadcrumbs that I had left. Then what I like to do is take just a little meatball and fry it up to check seasoning. Mine was good, so I moved on to the next step. Now what you'll do is take a sandwich bag, a zip top bag, and cut the seams of it so that you have one flat surface. The thicker the bag will be, the better. I have a cheapo bag from Walmart, but if you can find a thicker nylon or plastic, then that would be even better for what we're trying to do. So what you're going to do is first wet your palms with some water and also wet the zip top bag. If you're like me, if you just roll the Seekh Kebabs by hand, they come out to be this sorry, pathetic looking shape, and they're uneven and really not that great. So this method that I'm about to show you, I learned from a lady named Rania, who used to be administrator of a page called Foodalicious Cooks at Work on Facebook. She had made these beautiful kebabs, so I tried doing it too, and the results are always really great. So you just roll around the kebab using the help of the zip top bag. Let me show you again one more time how it's done. Seekh kebabs that are actually made in a seekh, like a barbecue, are skewered, so they have a hole in it. You can make that yourself by just inserting the skewer and removing it to get that hole. It's not necessary, and I really didn't do it on all of my kebabs. So just make your kebabs and place them on a plate and get them ready to fry. What I like to do is check the oil by putting a little piece of the kebab in there, and if it sizzles, it's ready to go. Make sure you straighten out each kebab as you put it into the pan. My first batch came out a little bit wobbly. As the bottom of the kebabs are cooking, I like to take some of the hot oil and splash it on the tops of the kebabs. I feel like it just helps them cook more evenly. Check to see if the bottoms are nicely browned. If they are, I like to use a spatula and a fork and the double flip method and flip over the kebabs carefully. Now you're going to let the other side cook for 2 to 3 minutes since they are chicken kebabs, and they will cook pretty quickly. When a meat thermometer reads 165 degrees Fahrenheit, remove the chicken kebabs to a paper towel lined plate. Your kebabs are ready to serve. Let's say that rolling method is not for you. You can just shape the kebabs in whatever shape you like by hand, and they will still taste great and look great because they're made by you with love. So I hope you try these kebabs on Eid. If you try them, please send me a message and let me know how you like them. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a blessed Eid, and may God shower you with blessings today and always. Please subscribe to my channel and check out all of the other social media channels that I'm on. All of the links are down below, as well as a link to Mevish's video, which you can watch next, and do subscribe to her channel as well. Thanks, and see you next time. Bye.